Welcome back to the channel, and today I got some exciting new stuff to share with y'all. We have two brand new Vosteeds. One's a new model for them, and we'll just move this off as a placeholder. The first one is a brand new mini Nightshade with some aluminum scales. I think it looks great. It offers some texture on those nice contoured scales. I have green and gold thumb studs with a geared gold backspacer there. Deep carry tip up pocket clip, reversible. I love this little knife. You got that beautiful crown spine, 14C, 28M blade that's super slicey because of that full flat grind. Super smooth. And these also come with an extra set of Omega springs. I don't know if these are any stronger than the ones that are in there or not. And I'm pretty certain, I'm not 100%, but I'm pretty sure this one has the adjustable crossbar lock tension or whatever, like the clutch lock. I looked in there and it looks like it, but I'm not certain. Nice and smooth, nice and snappy, nice and comfortable. My medium-sized hands, I still get a nice four-finger grip. You know, pretty much anything you do. And if you've never owned one of these and you're looking for a good user EDC, this is an excellent, excellent blade shape for that. You can do drag cuts easily because of that downward canted blade. When you do in-hand cuts, that downward cant draws the material in. It's such a slicey little blade. Like I said earlier, you can do pinch grip cuts on it. You can get down to that tip if you need to. Yeah, overall, it's an awesome little easy one to carry, nice and lightweight. One that I've been carrying around quite often here lately in the last couple of weeks, and that is the titanium Thunderbird. This is that medium-sized one. I love the tie, gives it a nice solid feel, and this one has the best action out of any of the Thunderbirds I own. Very, very snappy. It's got the two-tone Elmax blade. Nice smooth action. Just listen to that crisp break. Just look. Yeah. Excellent break. I've done plenty of spine wax with this, and it's never failed on me. Super, super solid. Definitely my most solid Thunderbird, hands down. And it's just been a fun one to carry. It's comfortable. It's pretty streamlined. I think it looks nice. I prefer this one over the other two sizes. There's a smaller one than this and a larger one than this. This one's just a perfect size for me. Now for the brand new model that I saw snippets of, maybe SHOT Show coverage, and I thought it looked pretty cool. So this right here is the new Ankylo. I'm probably butchering that, but that's what it looks like. And this knife right here, I know some people might be upset about it, but you know, however they can get it made, so be it. Is going to be a Kickstarter campaign that's going to be launched in mid-April, and I will release my review and testing of this right on the release date. So in typical Vosteed fashion, you have the three different methods of deployment. You have a very minimal back flipper tab with some jimping there. And check this blade out. Ooh. I love the blade shape. You have aluminum frag scales on it. And this one right here is also debuting a new locking system for Vosteed. So first we had the top compression lock from the RS Chaos. And now we have what they're calling their V anchor lock. I don't really know how this one is set up. I've seen a lot kind of like this one before. Two different kinds. CRKT has their deadbolt, but it's not done like that. And then you have the fulcrum lock. That seems kind of similar. So what you have is a button here in the pivot. Release that and it drops that blade. Front flipper works. I'm not a real big front flipper fan, but it does work nice. That blade hole works great. You have a forward finger choil here that you can either go back here if you needed to, or here. Black washed on this particular one. And this is also an Elmax steel. This is a prototype. Got a nice long row of functional jimping. Being that they are doing the front flipper, I would recommend to them to do finer cut jimping than this. Just not as big of a space, just so it grabs the finger a little bit better. Now, like I said, it's fine, but if you want an even better positive flip on it, I think that would be that much better. The scales are pretty thick. It feels out the hand really, really well. It gives it some extra heft though. I'm sure to house that lock, you do have internal milling and you have A partial stainless steel liner on this side, it looks like, and on this side. In the package, we got some extra goodies. I don't know what all this is, but look at those big old bearings that are in there. Ceramic bearings. I don't really know. I'll probably take it down and see what this is, actually. I don't know if that's a tool or... I don't know. I have no clue what it is. Like I said, I just got this open. This looks like another locking leaf, if I had to take a wild guess. But I could be wrong on that as well. I don't know. But I will definitely know all that for my full review and testing of this knife. I'm definitely interested to hear y'all thoughts and opinions on the Ankylo. I think it's a nice looking knife, a good size knife. It's more of like a medium sized knife. So here's a pivot to pivot shot between the rat 1 and rat 2. And if you go butt to butt, if you want a length shot, butt to butt, there you go. Let me throw in what's in my pocket right now, the Kizer Drop Bear DLC. So it's bigger than the Drop Bear, which I think the Drop Bear is a good size. It feels like a super solid lock. I will say that I cannot muster any movement up or down, left or right. This thing's got a very, very tight lockup. I think it's going to be a very popular one for them. I like the fact that we're seeing different locking mechanisms from Vosteed. I like that they're not just trying to give us the same old like most companies do. I will link the aluminum mini Nightshade, because they're available right now. Also, if these titanium medium-sized Thunderbirds are available, I'll link those as well. And while we're on Vosteed, right now on their site, they're having an Easter special. You can get up to 20% off on some of their popular models. I'll have a link to that down in the description, plus these two as well. That sale goes on from March 18th all the way through April 9th. Next, we have a Kizer that I kind of missed whenever they dropped, and I decided to pick it up myself. And that is the Kizer Sub 3. And I gotta say, I've been carrying this one for the last day or two. I think, yeah, probably the last 2 days. And man, I'm so glad I decided to pick it up myself. You have aluminum scales. Kind of has a little bit of that chalky feeling, but I don't mind it. Aluminum backspacer. Now, it came with a deep carry clip, and I'll probably swap it back. But I had this clip laying around, this mill tie clip, and it fit, so I just wanted to see. I like the look of it, but it is a little tight, so I'll probably, I like the way the deep carry clip carries, so I'll probably swap that back. Very, very nice action. You have a drop point, 154 cm blade, ridiculously smooth action. And the ergos on this thing are hand melting. I mean, nice. At least for my medium-sized hands, very, very nice. Is that a Mr. design? I don't know. That kind of looks like his logo. I'm not sure. Does anybody know? So the Sub 3 OBK kind of reminds me of that Butch Ball design from Benchmade. It's a discontinued model now, but I think it was Benchmade's first axis lock flipper, if I recall correctly. And it reminds me of that one. The pot clip is tip up right hand carry only, unfortunately. You have the clutch lock in there. Yeah, let me know what y'all think about this one. Thanks to one of you awesome guys out there who asked me to pick this one up. I'm really glad I did. I had just looked at it, but he kind of pushed me over the edge, and that is the new Serge Knives Slip 7. I went with this one. This one was available on his site. I love this Nebula Fat Carbon. Blue's my favorite color, and I just like that combo. This thing has the nicest walk and talk on it. This is my second slip joint from Serge Knives. But just listen to this. I'm going to be quiet for a second. Yeah. This thing, such a crisp break to it. It's got a nice positive spring, so I'm not worried about that thing coming down on me. Nice half stop position. Now, the thing that's kind of weird on this one, look how the back spring like dips down into there. They have a stop pin instead of like having the kick on here. I love the blade shape. That's what got me to pick this one up. It's a full flat grind, feels nice and slicey. This one is in M390. Came wicked sharp. Excellent sharpening choil. Super lightweight because of that carbon fiber. If I can find any of these available, I will link them as well. Lastly, we got something pretty cool. Now, I showed this on the channel a while back. This is my Civivi Vision FG, my original one that I reviewed on the channel. I blackwashed the blade. I thought it looked great, and then I found these aluminum scales from an Etsy dealer, and they're top notch. Super, super nice. I went with the diamond texture. He offers diamond texturing, frag texturing. You can get it in plain. You can get it with the speed holes, without the speed holes. I don't really like the speed holes all that much. You can get it with the lock window or without the lock window. And I threw a Civivi aftermarket mill tie clip on here. Love this knife, but I had mentioned, I'm pretty sure in the video that I showed this, is that the only thing about this one is you have aluminum and then you have stainless steel liners. So the heft on this is pretty hefty, especially with that stainless steel locking spring on the super lock. So with the tie clip and those aluminum scales with these stainless steel liners, it's bringing it to 4.56 ounces. Not bad, you know, and some days I like the extra heft, but it is a little weighty, and a couple other people said it in the comments that they wish they would pick one of these up if it wasn't, you know, as weighty as it is. The original one, the Titanium Vision R from Wii, comes in at 3.65 ounces. This pocket clip just kills this one for me, and I think I prefer the thumb studs over the blade window, and then I hate the fact that there's no texture here. I keep wanting to cut some jimping in here because this one's just uncomfortable to release that lock. The shop that made these aluminum scales, which is Practical 3DP off of Etsy, and here's his QR code right here. I don't know if you can actually scan these through the videos or not, but definitely go check him out. Well, he reached out to me and asked me if I would check out a new set of aluminum scales that he made for the Vision FG, and that is these, which are linerless. And man, I can't explain. So like I said, this one right here comes in at 4.56. I think the stock without the aluminum comes in at 4.35. Your titanium one comes in at 3.64. Are you ready for this one? Linerless aluminum that have been skeletonized in there. He even nailed the balance point on this thing. Look at that. That's just crazy. But even more crazy than that balance point is the weight. You have the mill tie clip, and he raised it up. He put the little riser on here. On this one, it doesn't have it, and I had to cut the little shim off of the old pocket clip to raise it up the right height, and now it's already there. I went with the frag here. It's got a bead blasted finish. You can get it without bead blast, I'm pretty sure, as well. But just watch this. 2.67 ounces. What? Like I said, it's almost too light. Lighter than the titanium one by almost an ounce. This thing is a featherweight. Feels nice. I'm going to do some testing with it to see how it holds up. And I mean, there's no real flex to it. At least I don't have any. Perfectly centered blade. Only thing I noticed right out the back, something that I think he could add to this design, is a flat spot. Like on the texture ones, is a little flat, kind of like you did here, but do it right there so it doesn't drag on the pocket. Do yourself a favor, definitely go check out his Etsy shop, see what awesome things he has over there. And let me know what y'all think about the brand new Vosteed model, what y'all think about the new aluminum mini Nightshade and the Slip 7, and the one that almost got away, the Kizer Sub 3, and one that I've been carrying quite often here lately, the titanium medium size Thunderbird in Elmax. Love it. Like I said, I will link everything I can down in the description. Don't forget, Vosteed's having a Easter sale going on up until the April 9th. And there's some other sales going on as well. If I can find those, I will link those down below as well. So If you have any questions, comments, concerns, please leave those down below. I hope everybody's having an absolute amazing day. I will see y'all on the next one.